Preview, Fiorentina vs Club Brugge. Prediction, team news, lineup seeking to reach a second successive Europa Conference League final. Fiorentina welcome Club Brugge to the Stadio Artemio Franchi for the first leg of their semi-final showdown on Thursday night. La Viola required extra time to edge past Viktoria Plzen in the quarterfinals, while Club Brugge secured a safe passage through to the last four with a comfortable two-legged win over Molde. After scraping past Maccabi Haifa by a 5-4 aggregate scoreline in the last 16, Fiorentina had difficulty finding their way past a resilient Viktoria Plzen backline in the quarterfinals, and it looked as if penalties would be required to separate the two teams following a goalless stalemate across the two-legged affair. However, the resilience of Fiorentina's Czech-based opponents eventually buckled in extra time, as Nicolas, Gonzalez, and Cristiano Biraghi both scored to seal a 2-0 aggregate victory for La Viola, extending their unbeaten run in the competition to 11 matches. Vincenzo Italiano's side have since experienced mixed fortunes on the domestic front, as the 2-0 Serie A win over already relegated Salernitana was followed by a disappointing 4-2 aggregate defeat to Atlanta BC in the Coppa Italia semifinals, crashing out courtesy of a 4-1 second-leg defeat last week. However, Fiorentina responded in emphatic fashion as they thrashed Sassuolo 5-1 in Serie A last Sunday, their joint biggest league win of the season. La Viola now sit 8th in the table, but 7 points behind the top 7 with only 5 games remaining, so winning the Conference League arguably represents their best chance of qualifying for UEFA competition next season. Fiorentina have never faced Club Brugge before, but they will be confident of success in Thursday's first leg as they have only lost one of their last 9 home games in all competitions since the beginning of February, while Basel were the last team to condemn La Viola to a Conference League home defeat. Winning 2-1 in May 2023, Club Brugge have advanced to their first European semifinal for 32 years after beating PAOK 3-0 on aggregate in the quarterfinals, and they are now targeting a return to Greece for the Conference League final in Athens on June 7. Blauwart have had their ups and downs this term, particularly on the domestic front, but since the dismissal of Ronny Deila in March, caretaker boss Nicky Hayen has stepped in and worked wonders, following up a draw in his first match with 7 successive victories in all competitions, with his team scoring 18 goals and conceding only 2 in the process. Hayen's side enter Thursday's contest in buoyant mood after beating Genk both home and away in the Belgian Pro League by an aggregate score of 7-0 in the space of just 4 days. A 3-0 away win on Sunday has moved them level on points with league leaders Anderlecht heading into their final 4 fixtures. While reclaiming the top-flight crown will be high on the agenda for Club Brugge, European glory is also firmly in their sights, and an impressive run of 6 wins in their last 7 Conference League away games bodes well ahead of their trip to Florence. However, success is not a given for Blauwart, as they have failed to win any of their last 11 visits to Italy in European competition, losing 7 and drawing 4. Fiorentina's only injury concern is with midfielder Rolando Mandragora, who is nursing a back issue, while striker Balanzola is set to remain absent due to personal reasons. After making a number of changes to his starting lineup last weekend, Italiano is expected to recall some of his senior stars on Thursday, with first-choice goalkeeper Pietro Terracciano, centre-back Nikola Milinkovic and captain Cristiano Biraghi all set to return. Arthur and Alfred Duncan may retain their places in center midfield, but Giacomo Bonaventura is expected to replace Antonin Barak in the number 10 role, while top scorer Nicolas Gonzalez, who has 13 goals to his name in all competitions this term, could be joined in attack by Christian Kwame and Andrea Bellotti. As for Club Brugge, Andreas Skov Olsen recovered from a hip injury to make the matchday squad last weekend, and the winger is in contention to feature in some capacity on Thursday. Hayen will ponder whether to stick with Noordin Jackers between the sticks or recall former Liverpool shot-stopper Simon Mignolet, who has recently recovered from a hamstring problem. Ferran Jutgla scored twice in the second-leg win over PAOK, but he could be replaced up front by 28-goal Brentford-bound striker Igor Thiago, who served a continental suspension last time out. Fiorentina possible starting lineup: Terracciano, KO'd, Milinkovic, Martinez, Biraghi, Arthur, Duncan, Gonzalez, Bonaventura, Kwame, Bellotti. Club Brugge possible starting lineup. Jackers, Sab, Ordonez, Alvarez, Meyer, Vedelsen, Onyedika, Van Aken. Scorers, Thiago, Nusa.